Do you have a hobby?
Can't let Persib win again.
Why Persija?
Jakarta, bro.
Do you think hobbies should be shared with other people?
Oh, Lulu says ChatGPT can be a speaking buddy?
Jadi di podcast ini kita itu akan menjawab pertanyaan IELTS speaking ya. Specifically IELTS speaking yang part 1. You can see our IELTS score here. My IELTS speaking is 8.5. Mr. Dean is just native. That's what I put, right? So, kenapa sakit? So, that's basically it. Kalau nggak bisa nonton live-nya full karena jam-jamnya jam segini, jam yang aneh gitu, kita bakal upload di YouTube channel. Jadi follow YouTube channel kita, like, subscribe, comment. Podcast yang kemarin udah muncul ya di YouTube BTW, silahkan ditonton. Hihi.
I was here last week. For those of you that were here last week, welcome back. Shout out Lex.
First question. We're talking about hobbies. First question. Do you have a hobby? Do you have a hobby?
Yes, I do. I'm a big sports person, so since I was a kid, I've always watched sports, played sports, and now at the age of 27, I guess my hobby is watching soccer. Because I'm an American, I'm calling it soccer. I like to watch basketball. My team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, just won a championship. First time in franchise history. I'm really happy about that. And I'm also a big mixed martial arts fan. I watch UFC, one championship, PFL. I basically watch everything.
So his hobby is everything related to sports.
Well, the 3 major sports that I follow, yeah.
Oh, you don't have any hobby outside of sports?
No, not really. My life revolves around big sporting events, whether it be watching my team play, big soccer matches, big UFC fights. Genuinely outside of sports, I don't really have any hobbies.
Do you watch any Indonesian leagues, Indonesian sporting events?
Oh yeah.
Yang mana?
Liga 1, boss! Let's go Persija. Let's win the league this season. Can't let Persib win again.
Why Persija?
Jakarta, bro.
Anak Jakarta dia tuh. Jadi Persija, ya. Okay. Right. Let me answer that question. Do you have any hobbies? My hobby is reading. Like, when I think about it, the only hobby I've ever had and I have maintained for the longest time is reading. When I was young, I used to be addicted to novels. Yeah, my dad would fuel it with, buying novels for me. I had so many novels growing up, yeah. And there was one time where I read a book for 8 hours straight, I think, and then I got banned from reading. Imagine banning your child from reading.
Wow.
That happened to me because I was not being productive, just reading novels, Yeah.
Telling your child not to read.
No, but there's the thing. There is productive reading and there's reading for entertainment, right?
Sure.
So I was reading for entertainment. Of course, it's good to read in general, but I think I was reading novels, so I was just lost in my own fantasy,
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot of things before they went into cinema. So I read the Twilight series before it became movie. Yeah, don't judge my reading, but that is what it is. I read all of the Hunger Games before it actually became a movie.
Wow.
So many. Maze Runner before it became a movie. Mortal Instrument before it became a series and a movie. Aragon before it became a movie. All of those. Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. I read them before they became a movie version. So, yes, my hobby is reading. Yeah.
I don't read.
You don't read?
I don't read, man.
Why?
I don't know. Just the whole idea of sitting down and just reading just never really appealed to me. I mean, I've only read a few books in my life, and they're usually autobiographies. And the reason why I like autobiographies is because when I'm reading it, I hear their voice.
You hear their voice when you're reading it.
Yeah, like for example, for those of you that are soccer fans, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, if you're familiar with him, you know how he speaks. When I was reading his autobiography, I just had his voice in my head the whole time.
So you only read the autobiography of people that you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's logical,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ini ada yang nanya. Apa nih?
Somebody asked, what's your favorite fighter at UFC for lightweight?
Jangan somebody, what's the name?
SY6 asked me that. There you go. It was Islam Makhachev, but he moved up to 170, and I love lightweight. I'd say it's the most stacked division in the UFC right now. Right now, if I had to pick a favorite, probably Justin Gaethje, because every time he fights, it's an absolute train wreck. So I heard that he's gonna maybe fight, I think Paddy Pimblett next, or was it Arman Sarukian? So we'll see how that plays out.
Okay. Wow. Okay, someone.
Ace
Wait.
will ask, what is tap
one.
tap liar guys in English?
Tap tap liar in English.
What's that?
Don't forget to tap the screen so the like button is spammed. I don't know, like that.
Oh, spam the likes. Is that what it means?
Spam the like button. Yeah,
Ah.
exactly. Spam the like button, spam the heart button. Yeah. Okay, here, another person, Putra.
Putra, okay.
What kind of novel do you like? Fantasy novels. If it is not related to this world at all, that is my favorite. Because the world is already a bitter place. We don't need to add bitterness by reading, autobiographies. No, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't read novels, so no comment.
Yeah, I read novels, so the further it is from reality, the better. Okay.
Lex asks,
Is that why you wear glasses? Probably. My eyesight started to deteriorate around junior high school when I was at my peak novel reading moment. Yeah.
okay, Lila asks, how long have you been learning English? Because your English is so fluent, guys. Well,
My entire life.
yeah, same. I was born and raised in an English-speaking household, so it's just normal for me, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this, but I think my first language is English, but I'm not sure because I know that I went to like a play group or kindergarten in Indonesia, but it was only for a while. But after that, I actually started speaking in America, so that's what I remember. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. No, L Forger, I'm not her husband.
What is this?
That's the last time I'm going to be answering any dating or marriage questions.
What about this?
And bro_Jan says, can you do a Scouse accent? I don't know. It's a really difficult accent. Got to sound like Stephen Gerrard, Paddy Pimblett. Say lad in every sentence. Oh, come on, lad. Let's have some lunch, lad. Cheeky kebab, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Okay, so that was the first one about hobbies. We're moving on to the second question. What equipment do you need for it? What equipment do you need for your hobby?
So for me to watch sports, all I need is Wi-Fi and my laptop. And I usually, I either watch through Video, which is a well-known local streaming service. I use Mola, or I use Streamies, if you know.
TV.
Yeah, Mola TV.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't want to pay, use Streamies. If you know, you know. And
Are you going to do that in the IELTS speaking test?
I wouldn't do it in a test, but I'm doing it on the live. All right, guys, bear with me. And to play soccer, all I really need is shoes, socks. I personally use shin guards because I can't have anyone kicking my shins. And for martial arts, if I'm doing jiu-jitsu, if I'm doing gi jiu-jitsu, it's like the kimono, just need that belt. I use mouth guard because if people are trying to choke me, I end up biting my lip. And that's no fun. I know what it's like to struggle to eat for a week or two because when I'm doing jiu-jitsu, I didn't use a mouth guard, so I got hurt and I bled a lot.
Your mouth started swelling because of the injury?
Swelling, yeah. A pretty bad ulcer. Imagine like a big cut just inside your lip.
That's not good.
Oh yeah, you can't eat at all doing that.
So your hobby requires a lot of equipment to do, if you're doing sports or playing sports, but not if you're watching. If your hobby is watching sports, you just need TV maybe.
Yep. TV, laptop,
Phone.
Wi-Fi.
Phone, internet, that's all you need. For my hobby, I just need books. Preferably on a sofa, but I also read on my bed. That's why my eyes are not seimbang. What is that called?
Balance.
One eye is more minus than the other eye, just a little bit, not by far though. Yeah, and so you don't really need any equipment for reading. Yeah, but nowadays I do some reading. What is it called? Through an application, right? There are a lot of novel or reading, what is it called? Apps. I think there was Audible is the audiobook one, right?
Kindle?
Kindle. They have Wattpad. They have Inkit, right? There are so many. Yeah, and I read, what is it called? From those also. Because buying novels now is kind of expensive. The paperbacks are expensive.
Better pirate the books online,
Oh, you can buy the official ones online too. It's a lot cheaper than buying it like a physical copy. So okay, there we go. So we don't need a lot of equipments. Okay, let's answer some other questions. What they say? Asymmetrical. Thank you very much. I was looking for the word asymmetrical. Okay, what is that?
Bestie says hello. Hello, Bestie.
Bestie says hello.
And Echo Marbun asks, where do you guys learn English?
We answered that multiple times. What is that?
Lex says, you do need something though. Kacamata bacha is a thing, see?
Oh, I don't use kacamata baca because my eyes, like I'm not, like I'm, what is it called? I'm nearsighted. So I can see things that are close, but I can't see things that are far away. If you're reading, the book is literally here. So you don't really need reading glasses, yeah, for me in my case. But as you get older, one day you might need reading glasses. How depressing. Okay. Right, next question. Do you think hobbies should be shared with other people? Oh.
100%. If you feel strongly about something or if you're passionate about it, naturally you want to share it with others. I mean, don't force feed it to them, but for example, if you like soccer, naturally you want to, show the world how much you love soccer, how much you support your team. Like if you, like myself, I support Chelsea. Every time Chelsea wins, I would, post on my story. And usually my friends that are also Chelsea fans would chip in, or some people that aren't big soccer fans, they'd be like, oh, what happened? And I would say this is the most frequent response I get from posting about my soccer team. If it's a team that, for example, Chelsea beat Man United, all the Man United fans would be like, oh, you got lucky. Oh, the ref is on your side. So.
What was the question? Did you forget?
Yep, should it be shared to others? Yeah, 100%. If you love something, naturally you want the whole world to, I guess, know about it. Just make sure you don't.
There
you
are
don't
a lot
force
of
feed
questions
it.
about Chelsea. I'm gonna read them for you. L Forger said, "What's your favorite player on Chelsea? What? Not what. Who? Who's your favorite player?"
Cole Palmer. If you know, you know.
Okay, and then someone else says, "Do you think Chelsea's gonna win the World Cup?"
Oh my gosh. So Chelsea is gonna be playing against the Brazilian team in the semifinal. I'm sorry, Thiago Silva. I love you. You're a club legend, but we got to put you down, man. And in the final, they're probably going to face maybe Real Madrid. And in the final, anything can happen. So who knows? I'm really hoping they could win because Chelsea got really lucky. Even though they finished second in their group, they're in the easier bracket. So come on, Chelsea!
Wait, someone said, "How y'all sound so bindeng?" Suara kita bindeng.
What does that mean?
What is bindeng? How do you explain bindeng?
What does bindeng mean, guys?
Bindeng.
Bindeng.
Huh? It sounds like you're not speaking from like your diaphragm or something like that. It sounds like you're speaking from your nose. That's bindeng.
So it sounds like I speak like this?
Sometimes English, when we're trying to be professional, you talk in a different tone. It is what it is, It's also depending on your breathing in general. So
Yep.
Some people just sound more bindeng than others. There are some English, what is it called? Dialects that sound bindeng in general. So yeah. Oh, what else? What are we talking about? We're just talking about hobbies and Chelsea. What? Go.
Melon and Date says, Miss, I can't speak English fluently, but I'm an English student. How to improve my speaking?
You have to practice.
Yep. Get your reps in. Just
Yes,
do
exactly.
do it. Naturally, if you do things more and more often, then you'll get better at it gradually.
Okay, so wait, back to the IELTS question, and then we can answer.
Yep.
Oh, there's so many.
Oh, there was one over there.
Which one? Okay, Mr. Dean wants to answer the chat questions. Okay.
Officer Sadi, I'm sorry, Mr. Officer, said, Hello, sir and madam. Do you know how to score a band 8 in IELTS exam?
Vocabulary.
There you go. L. Forger, Enzo's my guy. Saicedo's my guy. I love that team. You're going to have a great season.
Okay. Nasal. Yeah, nasal and stuffy is bindeng. Yeah, exactly.
Ah, I see.
How-
Duster Sobek said, Have you ever unintentionally find someone as the same level of frequency? What is he trying to ask?
Unintentionally found someone that is vibing, or on the same level of frequency.
Like, in a relationship context? Are you looking for relationship advice, Mr.
Like,
Duster?
Yeah. Are you looking for relationship advice? We can give it. We're not experts, but it's great, read it.
JHBLSS said, "Sir, your voice sounds like a guy on my listening English exam."
Yes, because they use natives. That's why.
Last week I got called AI, and now I get called like sounding like the voice in the listening exam.
No, as a friend or partner. What was the question again? Oh, it was so far up. Wait a minute. What was the question?
Have you ever unintentionally find someone at the same level of frequency as you?
Okay, let's define this slowly. Okay, so what do you define as same level of frequency? Because that is a very broad term. It's like saying, oh, we vibe. But what makes you vibe, right? Do you share a sense of humor? Right? Mm-hmm. Do you share a sense of humor? Do you react to things similarly? Right? So I think some people, they're like Dean. When they laugh, they're like ha ha ha, and then they finish laughing. But but it's funny for them, you know. So like
that's true.
Yeah, that's an example of reacting to something, right? What else? Have you ever unintentionally found someone that vibes? Yeah, obviously. Through life, you will find a lot of people that vibe with you or are on the same frequency. What is this? Where are you from, mister? Your voice is beautiful. Beautiful.
I was born and raised in Indonesia, and I lived overseas in the US for a few years. Nothing special.
I mean, Bindang is very cool. Huh? Bindang sounds like a foreigner.
Sounds like you're a foreigner, like an academic voice. I feel you when you say that now. Academic voice. I got you. Shout out Avo.
Okay. Now, let's continue. Okay, I haven't answered the question, have I?
Nah.
So the question still going to be on the screen later in YouTube, yeah? It's, what was it? Do you think hobbies should be shared with other people? I think that hobbies should be shared with other people. So I'm the type of person that likes to share what makes me happy. So for example, if I find a book that I like, if I find a YouTube video that I think is interesting, I will try to share it with people because it makes me happy and I want them to be happy also. If it makes me laugh, I also want them to laugh. That's how I operate in general. But I do think that you can't force a hobby on someone. I think you said this before, yeah, you mentioned it. We're not allowed to shove our hobbies down someone's throat, you know, like I like, for example, he likes UFC. You also have to like UFC. That's not how it works, right? So yes, it should be shared, but there is no fault in only wanting to keep your hobbies to yourself, right? So that's my IELTS answer. Okay, next question. Are there any more questions here?
Let's see.
Grammarnya bagus banget, thank you. We try. Okay.
Do we provide English courses?
Yes. Check the account that you're watching right now. Okay.
And to me Marpaong _ asks, what do you think about must we be good in our language
okay, wait,
first?
I'm gonna read it. This is Indonesian grammar. What do you think about we must be good in our language first and then learn a second language? Also, I think he's saying like, should we learn our mother tongue first and then English, or English first and then our mother tongue?
It's your mother tongue for a reason. So naturally, you gotta learn your mother tongue first.
So, I mean, of course it would be good if you have like one parent speaking English, the other parent speaking another language. You would catch on a little bit faster, right? But it doesn't matter which language you learn first, as long as you start both of them early, you know, It's fine, right? Okay, what is that?
Let's see. I'm not fluent, but I always start speaking English better when I'm in the middle of disc or debate.
What is disc?
Like disco?
Disco? I also think disco. I'm like, what is disc? Discussion, I think.
Oh, discussions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Like, for example, if we did a podcast where we were allowed to go off the rails, you'll hear I guess you could say my real voice, where I don't sound like AI or don't sound like the voice when you're doing a listening exam. When you hear my real voice, you'll be like, whoa, this guy's kind of crazy.
We have a lot of opinions. I think we should touch on some of these more controversial topics, yeah? Like global warming, etc., etc. That'll be very fun. Stay tuned. In the future, we might go viral for saying stuff that is off the rails.
Here's a good question. I think from Lulu. What do you do if you're asked something that you don't know about in the IELTS speaking test? For example, kinds of trees and all that.
Oh, okay. I don't know about trees, but I'm gonna try to answer it, and then you can try to answer it. if they ask you in IELTS about a random thing like trees, like you can say, I'm not really familiar with the different types of trees, but I do know that, they exist, right? But I have never really been interested in something like that. For part one, that's enough. Like a very short one sentence answer is fine.
Yep.
Right?
If you don't know a topic, subject, question, or you don't have an opinion about it, just be able to express it.
Just say, I'm not sure, I've never been interested, I don't care, I haven't read that about it before,
Because you're testing your speaking, not how much knowledge you have about trees, for example.
Yeah. Okay. It's not mother language, it's mother tongue. Saya orang Sunda, susah pisan, cuek aing teh.
What does that mean?
Nggak tahu. I'm just reading it. I don't know what it means either.
How to improve our speaking skills? Speak. Just do it. Just do it.
If you don't have someone to talk to, record yourself speaking and then play it back. And then you're like, why do I sound like this? Like, try to answer some random questions on the internet.
Or you can, one thing you can also do is you can just, I don't know, get a book or get an article and just read it out loud.
That too.
End of the day, the more you speak, the better you'll get at it naturally. Himawari says, I can read well, but when it comes to speaking, I'm blank. What can I do? Speak.
Practice speaking more often.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rosie Danu asks, is grammar important in the IELTS speaking session?
Yes. Grammar is important, but vocabulary is also important. Maybe a little bit more important than grammar. You can get an IELTS Band 8 even if you make grammatical errors. You can. Yeah, as long as it's not every sentence there is a grammatical error, but only one or two, it's fine. You can still get a Band 8, Band 8.5. But if your vocabulary is really bad, it's impossible. Impossible to get Band over like 7. Impossible.
Bukan Siapa Siapa asks, do you think the accent we choose will make it easier to learn English?
No.
Nah. But if you're learning English from a certain source, a video, a teacher, their accent could maybe have an impact. Like, for example, you're new to the language and your teacher speaks an insanely strong Scottish accent where it sounds like they're not saying anything. Or you have... I had an Irish teacher in my school. She was a lady, but she sounded manlier than me, and she was really hard to understand. So...
Okay, let's go back to the IELTS question. It's never going to end if we're going to answer the chat question. Okay. Scroll all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Okay, there we go. Hello, ada yang hello tadi di chat. Okay, next IELTS question. Do you have a hobby, or did you have a hobby as a child? Sorry, I read that wrong.
Yeah, I mean, my hobbies when I was a kid were basically the same as my hobbies as an adult. Watching soccer, watching basketball, playing soccer, playing basketball. I guess the only hobby I did as a kid that I don't do as an adult was drawing, painting, just art stuff. It was never very good, but it was fun at the time.
Yeah, we talked about art on our first podcast, yeah. You can find it on YouTube, yeah. We already uploaded on YouTube. Jadi yang ketinggalan live boleh ditonton di YouTube, ya. Okay. So I'm gonna answer the question now. Did you have a hobby as a child? My hobby remained consistent, yeah. Reading was my hobby since I was a child until now. I was never really addicted to TV. I was never really addicted to, gaming, with like PlayStation or GameCube. Oh, back in the day it was GameCube. I was that old. Now it has become a collectible. So basically, yeah, reading remained pretty consistent. Yeah, I still love to read now. But something that has changed maybe is music. So I play a lot of musical instruments. This is the thing. I play a lot of them, but I have never mastered a single one of them. That's me. So music is a hobby that I did as a child, but I no longer do now. Okay. Can I move up? What do you mean? Well, you saw an interesting question in the chat?
Firdaus Salim asks, how to construct an argument so we can say it well?
How do you construct your arguments?
I state my opinion, then I state the facts to support it. That's how you do it.
So usually it's like point, evidence, explain. you know? So what is your point? What are you trying to get across? And then you provide some evidence, and then you explain why the evidence is relevant to your point. That's how you do it.
Just remember, P.
Yeah, P. Point, evidence, explain. Yeah, that's how you construct an argument in general, yeah? Okay, what else?
Phil asks, how can we be confident in public to speak English and not forget words? Can you bring up some tips? Do it. Just keep doing it.
Talk about a lot of different topics. Don't just talk about what you like. But it's not wrong to talk about what you like.
And if you do forget words, if you do mess up, it's okay. It's part of a learning process. If anything, the more mistakes you make, the better. Because the more mistakes you make today, the better you're going to be tomorrow.
No, but here's one thing. With speaking, it's good to just be confident in speaking, make a lot of mistakes, but it's also important for you to have someone that can help you correct your mistake. That's the thing.
That's true.
Because if you speak with a lot of mistakes and nobody is there to correct you or tell you better, then you're just going to be stuck with the mistake. It becomes a habit.
That's true. There is that that side of things too.
Find a speaking buddy.
Yeah, speaking buddy. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. How do you find a speaking buddy? That's the question.
In this day and age of the internet, I'm sure if you tried and put in a little bit of effort, I'm sure you'll find someone.
You can find a speaking buddy. Here's one, a more normal way. So the normal way is probably join an English course with a group class, find someone that you think is funny, and then text them individually. Like, hey, you want to arrange like speaking meetup? We can talk like 2 times a week for half an hour, just random topics on the internet. Or if you want to be unhinged, go on a dating app and find someone who can speak good English.
That's true.
That's a way. Okay,
that is a way.
Saying.
And I don't know if there's any boys or girls here that are into dating apps. Literally, get Bumble, Tinder, whatever people use here or where you're from. On your bio, first thing, I want to learn to speak English.
People will come.
Will you learn it with me? I promise. It is that simple.
Yeah, it's not hard to find someone to talk to in English, yeah. Oh, that's a question. That's a genuine question. Up.
Evo asked, do you guys listen to new music or are you just stuck with y'all's flowery era? What does that mean?
Flowery era.
Flowery era.
Let's just answer the first one. Do you guys listen to music? Yeah.
I have questionable music taste, so I refuse to comment about my music taste.
My music taste is very broad, okay? I like everything from country music all the way up to EDM. And K-pop and J-pop and anything. I like any music. As long as it sounds good, I'll be there, you know?
Looney Lovegood asks, more on P, please. So it's P-E-E.
P-E-E.
Point, evidence, explanation.
Okay, point, evidence, explain. So if you're making an argument, if you're trying to convey your message or you're trying to speak with more, better structure, so you have to make your point first. Yeah, point, P, E, evidence. So what evidence do you have to back it up, you know? For example, apa, for instance, apa, gitu kan? And then you have your explain. You explain why your example is relevant to the point and, you know, expand upon that. So, apa?
Rosie Danu asks, I always tend to use cuss words in the middle of a sentence. How do I stop that?
So how do you stop, Dean?
I know quite a few people that do that, myself included. Just stop. Every time you catch yourself, like for example, mid-sentence you say a bad word, I don't know, have like a punishment. I don't know, like do 10 push-ups or donate 1,000 to a local charity. Seriously, if you start punishing yourself, eventually you're going to get to a point where you stop doing it.
Okay, now let's just keep scrolling. You have to go all the way down. At this point, we're going to have like 50 messages unread. So.
Oh, Lulu says ChatGPT can be a speaking buddy. Is that the case?
ChatGPT can be a speaking buddy. However, the the feeling of talking to a human is not there, right? But yeah, but it can. It can. If you want to do it, you can. But I have some students that tried it and they're like, no, speaking with a human is better. But it's possible.
IDK Lol said that I have a tendency to forget the word I'm trying to say mid-sentence, and as a result, I stay silent for 10 seconds trying to find the word. It's normal. I have the same problem, especially when speaking Indonesian. Sometimes I'll be like, what's the word I'm looking for? And then when I find it, I say it. I mean, usually if that happens, I mean, in the test context, ideally that doesn't happen, but in day-to-day life, there's nothing wrong with it. It's normal.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue with the hobby question. What hobbies are popular in your country? Now, I want you guys to answer this. Chuba, what is your hobby? We will read it. Just type it in the chat. What is your hobby? I just want to know, okay?
Say where you're from and say what's a popular
where
hobby.
you're from and your hobby and a popular hobby. Okay, you try to answer this question first. So, our country, we're going to take it as Indonesia, yeah?
Yep.
So, what hobbies are popular in your country?
Badminton's a huge one over here.
Yes.
Nationwide. If we're gonna narrow it down to Jakarta, we can start talking about other sports like maybe paddle. Everyone seems to love playing paddle these days in Jakarta.
Paddle is also pickleball, right? It's the same thing, right?
No. Paddle and pickleball is different.
What's the difference between paddle and pickleball?
Pickleball is much lazier. Hence why it's popular in America, whereas the rest of the world, they probably play paddle.
Paddle.
Yep.
Okay. So Indonesia, number one hobby is probably badminton, and then there's also futsal, soccer.
Yep, futsal, sepak
Futsal,
bola.
soccer. Those are the hobbies that are popular in Indonesia. What other hobby is popular?
I mean, back in the day, you see when you see kids playing and all that, you're playing with their kites, you know,
Layangan, yeah, kites.
playing with their marbles and all that. But these days,
Lompat karet. Oh my god. Do you know jumping over the rubber? Lompat karet. What is it? Where you have like a chain made of rubber bands, and then you would have to jump over it, and it would get higher and higher and higher to the point where you can do anything as long as you make it to the other side, including cartwheels,
well,
somersaults, and stuff like that. Lompat karet. That is not popular nowadays. I'm old as hell.
and we're the same age.
We're the same age.
And
We're the same age, guys.
But I don't relate to some of the things that you've mentioned.
Okay, someone's hobby: doom scrolling.
Scrolling, real.
Doom scrolling. Okay, and then paddle in Bandung. What? Okay, you want to scroll? You scroll then.
Because we asked what is popular. Start from the top.
Okay. At this point, we can't start from the top. Just start from the middle.
Paddle, yapping,
Football.
Yep.
Boxing, tennis, pretending to be a singer. Okay, pretending to be a singer is good. Cooking.
Watching Korean drama. Yeah.
Watching Korean drama is a good hobby. Okay. What else?
Cooking. I'm from West Sumatra, Padang. My favorite hobbies is seeing the sunset.
Not seeing, watching. There is a difference between watch, see, and look. Yeah. So if you're looking at a sunset, you're only looking like sekilas gitu. But if you're actually staying and admiring it, you say you're watching the sunset.
Hobbies watching movies. My hobbies walking and swimming.
Those are good
Fishing.
hobbies. Fishing. Oh, fishing is a popular hobby in Indonesia. We forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got someone from Kalimantan like swimming, jogging, paddle,
Swimming is a good
football.
hobby.
Judging the governs.
Judging the governs.
Oh, journaling maybe. It's popular in this economy. Real.
Journaling, yes, good hobby.
Writing, reading, listening to music.
Ooh.
Wow.
Writing as a hobby is intense. I like it.
Shout out Rosie for ending up here from via doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling. I'm proud of you because it brought you here. Yeah, you're proud of yourself too. You have a good algorithm.
IDK lol, running seemingly gaining popularity for people to 2030. I mean, if we're going to be super honest here, at least in Jakarta, what are the FOMO sports? Paddle, running, biking.
Golfing during COVID.
Golfing during COVID was a pretty big deal.
Tennis during COVID.
Yep, tennis too
started
is still
picking
pretty
up.
big.
Yes. Playing games. Okay.
And now matcha, if you know, you know.
Matcha. Okay. Singing, but my voice is not good. It's okay. Keep
It's
singing.
okay. As long as you enjoy, that's all that matters. Badminton.
I've been into yoga for a few
yoga.
years now. Yoga. Very nice. Yoga is a good hobby. Volleyball. Favorite hobby is just hanging around.
Chores at music on. Same.
No, what are your thoughts if your hobby is nongkrong? I need your honest thoughts about that.
What's your hobby? Oh, I like hanging out. Okay, where? I like hanging out at the mall. Okay, with who? Oh, with my friends, or maybe by myself with the book and all that. So saying that you like to hang out, as long as you elaborate on it, should be okay.
Oh, it's okay for IELTS purposes, but that's an interesting hobby in my opinion. I don't know if I classify it as a hobby.
Oh, watching horror podcasts. I gave that a shot once and I couldn't sleep at night. So, never again. Gym, that's good.
Matcha tastes like grass. Someone said that in the comments.
I don't disagree. Oh, Lulu mentioned Pilates is also a FOMO thing here.
Oh yeah, no.
But it's great. Pilates is very good for you, very underrated, and even for men, Pilates is tough. It will kick your ass.
What is a FOMO is reformer Pilates, the one with the thingy, the contraption, the torture device. Normal Pilates was not really interesting for people, but Pilates with the instrument, that's what was FOMO.
Oh.
Yeah. You can do Pilates on the floor with a mat, right? But reformer Pilates, that was a FOMO thing. Hobby, trying to survive on a daily basis in this economy, yes.
I wouldn't call that a hobby. I call that survival.
Survival. Okay. Huh?
Pilates is very popular, especially in the US. Yes, it is.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on.